Hey guys, yeah, what are we doing? We're rolling into Gainesville. And yeah, I've been on the road for probably, let's see, what time is it? 7? Almost 3 hours. And because I left at like 5:30ish. And it was dark, so I didn't turn the camera on. I just wanted to, you're not going to see much. I figured, as I'm bullshitting, you guys can get a view of what's going on. We're pretty close to South Carolina. I don't know, maybe another 30, 40 miles. And we're rolling into Gainesville. Yeah, I know it's a little bit early. It's about, it's a lot early. But there's an NMRA race at Gainesville the week before the divisional race, the Baby Gators. So I said, what the heck? And if you guys aren't familiar with NMRA, it's the sister sanctioning body of NMCA, owned by, the CEO is Steve Welcott. And yeah, so it would have been great if they had the NMC race because they have stock and super stock, but this is just a Ford only race. And I did ask if the bracket part we could have other guys, but he said nah, it's only a Ford race. Obviously I have a Cobra Jet so I can race it. I said what the heck. I was going to go to Orlando, but the weather was so iffy. In hindsight, I guess I should have went because they ran it in one day, but it is what it is. So I'm heading here now. There's parking today. They start, racing in time shots, qualifying and stuff like that, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And so what the heck, So I'm rolling into Gainesville, but we're early for the Baby Gators and the Gatornationals. So, yeah, but I figured I'd get the camera on, start the new year, and excited to be back on the road again, and kind of happy you guys are with me. I am happy you guys are rolling down the road with me. And, I never thought you guys would like it, but I understand why you do, because you guys go through the same things that we do, that I do when we're going down with our rigs. And I did have a Muppet. Yes, I did. There was a Muppet, but I didn't have the camera on. I think I got the camera on real quick, but no audio. But I've got to see. I don't think I put it on. I'll have to check but it's it's an on-ramp, it's early in the morning. The sun is just about to break, and I can't move over. He's staying right next to me. I guess he expects me to slow down, hit the brakes, and let him on. And I just, had to cruise on, rolling at 65. And he got upset. He got around me, blocked me. There was a slow truck in front of me, just sat there, blocked traffic behind him. He didn't care. Finally sped up. I go around. I speed up. He speeds up. Then it just was on back and forth. He gets stuck behind a trailer, so I block him. It was just a back and forth. Stupidity. I mean, maybe on my part too. I'm cursing the guy out. I'm telling the guy I got him on camera, but I don't even know if I do. It's just typical BS. There's nobody on the road. He gets butthurt. I can't move over, guy. What do you want me to do? I'm in a rig. I'm not in a car. And he just doesn't care. He just attitude, and I just don't get it. So whatever. It is what it is. But I didn't get it on camera, so you didn't hear me cursing. But it's all good because right now it's we got a nice clean road. I've been through a lot of construction, but there's not a lot of traffic. And yeah, we're only we're 2 miles to the South Carolina border. So road looks good. Parts of South Carolina, the road is not so nice. I don't know if they've repaved it, but especially going north. But it's like an hour, 60 miles, I think it is, of terrible roads, but we'll deal with it. Anyway, enough of that. I'm just happy to be on the road. I'm sure I'm going to run into Muppets, because I got another, 350 miles before my truck stop, or before I top off of fuel, and then another 50 miles to the track. So I'm roughly thinking I'm going to be there about 2ish, and we're open today. If you've paid online, we're open. NMRA is open till the park from 1 to 5, so it's kind of good as long as you prepaid, which I have. And I have to talk about this before we talk more about the trip and racing season and all that stuff. Is that tell you when you register online for NMRA, it's so much simpler than NHRA. There's no quota, obviously, so anybody can go in. So that's really a nice feature. Now, granted, they're not as big. I understand that part, so whatever. But you fill out a tech card, basically, pretty much just like you do at NHRA, and it'll autofill. Once you've done it once, you're good. But the rest of it, it's just so much easier. You go on, you pay. You don't have waiver after waiver after waiver, and you have to put information over double. I mean, you have to put information 2 or 3 times. I forget. You got to put your driver. You do it all on one site. Goes through, no problem. You get a confirmation. You don't have to get the email and then be confirmed and go, because you have to go to email and check and then go back and then wait, a couple of days or a week before you get your access to get your credentials. Everything is done right there. It's so simple. You know, I'm an IT guy. I'm not like a high-end IT guy, but they're so archaic and it's they can easily fix this. I don't know why they don't. I just don't get it. It's just it's so archaic. It's so antiquated. It's not user friendly whatsoever. So I guess it is what it is. Well, I could say the experience. If you ever guys want to go to an NMCA race that's near you that has stock and super stock, you know it's a very simple process to pay online, and you got the days to pick. If you only want to race like Saturday and Sunday, if that's your class or anything like that, it's like $125. If you want to start on Thursday, get your time shots in or testing in and running different classes, I think it's like $190. But it's just so much. It's just so much easier. It's just really, it just makes you appreciate it. And I just wish the NMCA would have been the week before, but I don't know what the logistics are. Or Steve Wilcott's the CEO, and I did talk to him. He said, no, it's only a Ford race, so you're just stuck with what it is, and I don't know, how he schedules stuff like that. But it would have been kind of cool because a lot of these guys from Orlando could have been there, and they would have had a lot of cars. And I think typically they get 20, 25 cars in each class, stock and super stock. So it's not bad, So here we are, south of the border with the famous sombrero up there to my left. And so we got another 3-5 hours before we hit the fuel stop. Yeah, so what was I saying? It's just
welcome to South Carolina.
Well, thank you, GPS. So so that's it's just an easier setup. It's much more relaxed. They have a lot of vendors at races like this, so parking shouldn't be bad. I talked to the Rollie Miller, who is the Rollie Miller, who is the he's in charge of all the parking, other things too, but parking, and so you have no problem parking where you want to park. Because I'm not going to park on the blacktop, obviously. I want to get set up for Gainesville. But so it's just a smooth operation, it's a smooth setup. So I'm looking forward to it, and I get to run the car a little bit, kind of if there are any bugs in the car, and just get it all figured out. I did change some things over the wintertime, nothing crazy. I had to upgrade the front brake rotors, in normal maintenance, oil change and stuff like that. Didn't have to pull the motor or tranny out. Everything looked good. Make sure the fuel injectors were good, or just normal maintenance and stuff like that. And I've been lucky with this car, really, really lucky. It's just a low maintenance car. It's an expensive car if you break things or you're constantly pulling motors out. But I'm going on my 4th season, knock wood. I know I just jinxed myself, but it's been a really good combination. Unlike my Shelby, which I really miss my Shelby. I love the car, but I couldn't stand working on the motor. I hated the motor and the tranny were just absolutely just so whatchamacallit, just high maintenance. The FE motor is absolutely a terrible design motor as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, they can make power and everything like that, but I never enjoyed working on it. Parts are expensive, and and the C6 Pro Trans was just very, very fragile, I would say. Fast, but if you broke a rear in the car, like on launch or even in the burnout, you broke the sprag. It was just done. So I miss the car as far as the character of the car, but I don't miss working on the car at all. And I call my car a rent-a-car because it's just a Mustang. It's nothing special. I mean, it's a Cobra Jet, but it's not even an original Cobra Jet. It's just been it was a salvage car that we turned into a Cobra Jet. And but it's fun to drive. It's fast. Got a lot of fun factor to it, so I enjoy driving the car. But it doesn't have the character like the old cars. Anyway, so that's what we did for the wintertime. Nothing special. Worked on the motorhome a little bit, put some solar panels on it. Never got around to putting which I'm going to do, is putting the tire monitors on it. It's not that expensive and it's simple to do. I just never got around to doing it. The weather's been really good in Selma. I think we've never had a high below freezing during the day. Yeah, once in a while at night you'd have it would go below freezing, but very rare. Most of the weather was in the 40s, and the lowest highs we had were upper 40s. A lot of 50s, some 60 days, some 70 days. So it's been really good. And I ride motorcycles, so it's just an absolute joy to. Here we go. There goes the Popo, and it's been a joy living in Selma, North Carolina, which is if you guys aren't familiar with it, it's right around Raleigh, and we have no snow, and it's just been real good. But it was cool this morning. It was like 32 degrees when I left this morning, so it was chilly. And it's still chilly out. I think it's only in the mid 50s right now, but it's fine. So it should be in the 60s highs in the 60s this week, and going up to 70 and 80s the following week. So we should be okay. I know the nights will probably be chilly, but nothing that I'm not used to from North Carolina. So did I say? Yeah. We're about 350 miles away from the truck stop. That's 301 and 10 where they cross, and then it's only like 50, 60 miles to the track, and no waiting or anything like that. We just go right in. So I'm just looking forward to racing. The weather's going to be nice, and it's a nice, easy trip. Even though it's 500 miles plus, it's an easy trip to go to Florida. You want construction here, there on 95, but we're leaving on a Wednesday. I know Bike Week's coming up, so I haven't seen any motorcycles pass me yet. Some guys will go there early. I think next week you'd see them a lot more. But the ride in general, for the last 150 miles have been pretty good. So I'm not sure what else to talk about. I'll turn the camera back on. Did I say I'm happy for you guys to be along with me? Yeah, I guess I did. And if something happens, I'll keep the camera on where I can just flick it on real quick and just see what happens, and we all can have some fun. If anything interesting happens, I'll turn the camera back on. So this is my rolling into Gainesville, guys, and we'll have more. We'll have more all year long. Every race I go to, we'll do a rolling into. And I bought a new camera because the old camera was having some issues. Hopefully this camera won't have any issues. And if you guys are interested in the camera, just make a comment or ask me at the track, and I'll fill you in all the information you want, or make a post on the website, and I'll tell you what camera to use, what mic to use, because it's a wireless mic. I'll just show you right now, guys. It's just this little thing. It's wireless. I could just put it up on and that's it, and it works out good. So, all right, guys, I'll be back later. Okay, guys, we're back. That was 350 miles, and it went smooth. I'm just pulling to the Love, probably a mile and a half to the Love fuel stop, and no traffic, no construction, no accidents, and best of all, no Muppets. So that 350 miles, it was just sublime. It was just a nice, easy run. Sets up this week's race is just when you have when you're rolling down the road and you have a good experience rolling down the road, man, it just makes for a better race, because sometimes the ride down here can be just almost as stressful as racing, and the issues you go through racing. And it's just been a good, really, really good ride. Sun, it's up to 66 degrees now. I left it was 32. The sun has been out all day. No clouds, no chance of rain, and hopefully there'll be no line because they opened up at 1, so go right into the track, and it's not as hectic as a NHRA race.
Turn right onto Brandy Branch Road, then turn left.
And yeah, so I don't think I've been to this truck stop before, but let's let this guy go. That's what he wants to do. Not a problem. All right, guys, we're going to fuel up, and I'll speed this up so we won't have to sit and watch me fuel up, which is not that exciting. But, yeah, we shall return. Guys, we're back. Had a little problem with the camera here. New camera in different settings, but we're ready to roll. So let's see. We're done at the Loves. Let's punch in Gainesville. See how far we got to go. $50 miles. Crowded. I just got in here. I just got lucky with the spot because it's just kind of crowded. So I don't know what my logistics card said, but I think I was getting it at 380 and the pump said 430, so I think it's 50 cents. But I'll look. We'll see. Maybe I can figure it out right now.
In 800 feet, turn right onto US 301 South. South on US
Yeah, boy, did they
301 South.
build this up. My God. A lot of times we used to come off of 10 to 301, which was, I never knew about 200 and A1A, but it's so much nicer. So any of you guys coming south, if you're just the first time, don't go 95 around the loop to 10 to 301. That's not the way to go. You want to get off at Route 200 and 200, 1A, A1A, 1A1, whatever. And then it brings you right into a truck stop at 301 and 10. You get your fuel, and then you're only 50 miles from the track, which is showing you 46 miles to be exact. And plenty of places if you don't want to stop at where I stopped, you can stop up here. The TA is a Loves, so whatever. Anyway, yeah, so everything is going good. Everything is going smooth. This is like weird, Check the rig. Everything is good. I don't know what you guys do after you pull over and stop. Obviously, you go look at the race car, make sure, I brought my motorcycle with me plus my pit bike, so I'll make sure they didn't flop all over the place. Make sure the car's in good shape. And so we're about, like I said, it's showing 46 minutes to the track. And anything interesting comes on, I'll put the camera back on. I did run down my wireless mic. You're going to see this. I'm holding it right now. I left it on, so the battery went dead, so I had a couple little difficulties, but I got it all working. So I'll continue to charge it as I'm going down the road, and we'll be back. All right, guys, we're 2 miles away, and like I said, this was so uneventful, this trip, but I'll repeat myself. I'm sure a lot of you guys would love an uneventful trip. Weather's been perfect. I think we're supposed to get some rain on Friday, but I don't know what the long range forecast. It looks good for the divisional, the Baby Gators, but we'll see. And it looks like it's going to be a little bit warmer. We're going in the main gate, and then we go right in. We don't have to stack any place. I think the stacking should be done, but we'll see when we get there. Wasn't a bad ride. So left around 5:30. Had to stop for fuel. Roughly a little over 500 miles, 8.5 hours. Not a bad run at all. Gainesville Raceway. I think I mentioned this, guys. I don't know if you guys know this, but you were allowed to stack from Orlando. And there are rigs already there stacked. Yeah. All right, guys, so we're not parked yet. So you're gonna see I'm gonna be either on my right or I'm gonna be on my left. I'm not sure where I'm gonna park. Just gonna let all these cars go through. Already talked to the parking crew, no problem parking out here. And yeah, I'm just gonna wait for all these guys to get through. So I guess it's pretty much the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the ride. I'm sure it'll be a fun weekend, just getting to get some runs on the car. And who knows, maybe I can do well here. I think I'll be part of a bracket program. I don't know. There's so many classes here, and I don't know which. They don't have a Cobra Jet class, so I'll probably just run brackets and, just try to have a good time. And, yeah, so I'll have another video. Like I said, I was just saying a few seconds ago, I'll have another video of just walking through the pits and riding my pit bike around through the pits and stuff. And, just the normal stuff. And I'll get some pictures and stuff and photos and stuff like that for this race. And if you guys are interested, you're not, I don't know. I mean, I'm here, I got to take pictures, I got to do something, right? And yeah, and so we'll be back, and hope you enjoyed this, guys. Later.